Hello, welcome to the Reynolds. Today we're gonna fly from Zurich Heathrow with Airbus 320. I'm using the developer mode of the aircraft, and I think both stable and developer modes have to be fixed with this coming new update for Microsoft Flight Simulator because there are some bugs inside of the cockpit, especially when we are in the cruise altitude. We see very different weather conditions according to real weather conditions. Anyway, the weather for Zurich is rainy and 19 degrees, and Heathrow now seems to be rainy weather conditions visibility in 5,000 meters, and the temperature is 14 degrees. And let's get inside of the cockpit now. Okay, first batteries on, and external power available, therefore it's on. Add your scenes in navigation position. Current supply is on, emergency lights on, no smoking, auto position, no need for seatbelt signs on. Now navigation lights on, strobe lights on. Okay, everything is fine now. Let's go to the flight path. We prepare our flight plan from SimBrief, therefore we take our all data from the SimBrief and link to MCDU. Now if we look at the OFP page, therefore we rewrite our fuel value now and refuel it. Okay, now we can go to the MCDU menu and import all informations. And performance sections, refuel it. You can see our block fuel value coming from the SimBrief, and here we go, it's done. Just we click it in it and we take the all informations. Zero fuel weight value is now you can see, and block fuel value, fuel planning, and confirm. Now we can go to the flight plan and define the departure, probably our runway 34, and let's look at the SID. Again, we can go to the OFP menu, OFP page, sorry, Webit 1 kilo runway 34. Okay, runway 34 Webit 1 kilo, and insert it. And now again the same thing is for arrival section, or let's look at it again. Our runway 27 right and star LZSH 1 hotel. 27 right and LZSH 1 hotel, insert. And flight plan is ready. Now we can go to the performance section. Probably transition altitude 6,000 feet. Actually, I'm not sure the transition altitude. I checked this value, but well, it's not important for me now because we're flying offline. And flaps 1. There's no trim, therefore up 0. And flex to temperature 58 degrees. And V1 131, 132 is rotate, and V2 is 136. Everything is fine. There's no need to radio navigation now. And we can go to the again fuel pumps on, because we start to run the APU. And now we can go to the fly path and call the tug. Now set the parking brakes, release parking brake off. Beacon lights on because we start to run the engines. APU lead on, external power off, and we can go with the APU now. And probably according to runway, we have to turn noise right now. Just click, press the B to refresh the QNH value. It's 1007, and our altitude value. Let's look at it again. What was our flight altitude value? 320. 320, and here we go. And we can start the pushback now. Let's go straight and start the engine, right engine. Let's open lights a little bit. By the way, seatbelt signs on. We can no, oh no, not this direction, and let's turn right. And start the left engine. And pushback is completed. Parking brake is on now. And we're waiting for the left engine. Auto brake max position and spoiler is armed. Ignition keeps the starting position, and TK's 2000 and standby position now. When we reach the runway, we can turn to the TARA section, and all engines are starting, therefore we can turn off the APU. Just little bit lights, and taxi lights on. Okay, we can now start the taxi. Oops. Yes, and release the parking brake. Flaps 1. And now take a TARA position and open the weather. and I give the flaps 1. Therefore there's you can see there's no tree. We don't need the flight control patch. Just turn right. Oops. And takeoff lights on, landing lights also on, runway turn on. Okay, now peg 1 and peg 2 is off. First we look at the engine stabilize. Okay, takeoff. And V1 and rotate. V2. Positive climb, clear up. And autopilot on. Fast climb. Ground spoilers not on, not required now. And flaps up. Look at this plane. We start to landing, but wrong runway. Let's look at it. I don't know you can see the plane now, but I can see. Let's get inside of the cockpit now. QNH is oops wrong. QNH is standard position. I wonder that this plane, you can see this is very interesting view for me for landing, but oh no, it's not landing. Okay, 10,000 feet. Peg 1 on, peg 2 on, landing lights off, runway turn off. Now we are in cruise altitude. The weather was very challenging, especially for passengers, and also now there is nothing to show you guys because of the clouds you can see here. When we closely approaching 100 nautical miles, we will start to descend for Heathrow. And in the descent part, we're gonna import all necessary information inside of the MCDU. Now there's nothing to do. Let's see descent part. Before descent also I want to show you something guys. Look at this wind. I really want to see as a tailwind now. Anyway, let's see descent part. Now we can prepare our destination data because we are very close to the 100 nautical miles. To do that, first we come to the next phase from performance page, and our QNH value, let's look at it again. What was that? 0995. Temperature is 18 degrees and weight 10 knots from 200. Transition altitude 6,000 feet. And let's look at it again. Our decision altitude is 200 according to radio. All of those is done, and we have only 7 nautical miles to descend. We can also start now. I want to show you something here. Oops. And this is where we are. We will land to this airport, Heathrow, and this is our runway LZSH. Here you can see the 278, and our radio frequency is 110.3 and our heading 269, and we descend our descent altitude is 2,500 feet and our descent angle 3 degrees, and we will land according to Cat 1. Therefore our radio altitude 200. We defined that. Now, is there anything? Now, no. Actually, transition altitude, as I mentioned before, 600 feet, and runway altitude according to sea level 78, and that's all I think. And now we can get inside of the aircraft. Okay, descent starting. Let's zoom in a little bit. And weather is sometimes can be challenging because it's rainy weather condition here and storms very strong, as I mentioned before to you. And now it's just 20 knots. Engine and wind guides are required because of the temperature value. By the way, I'm really surprised because it's working now. I don't know, it's not updated, and there's no update version for Airbus or Microsoft Flight Simulator, but now the weather is working very well. I'm not sure why it's working. Now just I write to some informations for radio navigation. According to enemy's approach position, we need this frequency, and there is nothing to do now. we just wait to approach part, and let's see the approach part. Now we are in approach parts, our flight level 100, therefore lights on. Seatbelt signs on again, and we can turn off to anti-ice. It's not required, but prop window wings it can be. And auto brake is in low and not required now, but let's do the ground spoilers is on, and engines start positions, ignition positions, or the weather is very bumpy actually now. We have no mountain around around this place, but because of these clouds we get some bumpy movement. Now our speed is reduced. Okay, I'm just wait to descend to 2,500 feet, and we can import our QNH value. Yes, this one 0995 is for Heathrow Airport. Maybe it can be seen as 6, but when we reach the airport it's turned to the 5, therefore I just now write the 5. Now for this last turn we can open the localizer, but I'm waiting to close the this runway line, approach line actually. Now flaps 1. And flaps 2. The localizer on, I just wait to line up to ALS line to press the approach button. And just increase the speed.
2,500.
And approach. It's a Cat 3 single, but our landing will be Cat 1. The wind is now 24 knots, almost headwind. But around the airport it's not like this, probably, I hope. Now flaps 3. Now, for example, I press the B and you can see there's nothing to change here. It's 5. Therefore, you can implement your real QNH value before the approach. Now we can reduce, actually not this one, okay, we can reduce our speed and gears down and flaps 4. And autopilot off, air control.
Too low terrain. Too low terrain. Too low terrain. Too low terrain. Too low terrain.
Okay, we skipped the terrain. We got it.
Too low terrain. 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 20. 10. Retard.
Oh, I did hard landing. By the way, reverse engine is not working now. I realize that you can, if you can see the engine sections. Oops! Oh my God! Oh, it's a very hard landing. Oh, sorry. Flaps up. I haven't landed like this. I'm shocked a little bit, sorry. Landing lights off, taxi lights on. We can turn off the prop window heat. APU can be started. I couldn't see the yellow lines for gates, but I tried to turn for this gate. Yes, this one. Okay, parking brake is released. Sorry, parking brake is on. Probably APU is starting. Yes, APU lit on, and we can turn off the engines. And thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please support me on my YouTube channel by liking and subscribing. Thank you. See you later.